Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Osage City Basketball. I'm Wyatt Order, joined in the booth by Ellie Shoemaker.
Hi.
Tonight's varsity girls matchup features the Osage City Lady Indians and the Mission Valley Lady Vikings. The Lady Indians are 4-4, coming off a win against Linden on Friday, and the Lady Vikings are 3-2, coming off a win against Central Heights on Friday. The introductions will begin shortly.
Did you say that, Cassie? That's how I would say it.
Osage City Elementary School is proud to announce their awesome reader winners for the week before winter break. These students have taken an AR test and passed the test with 80% or better, and then were selected from K-2 students and 3-5 students who also passed their AR test. Today, the following students are recognized for being the awesome reader winners. Cassie Phelan, first grader, daughter of and Colin Lynn, fourth grader, son of Leon and Thank you to Awesome Reader Winner sponsors, USB 420 and Subway for providing a free kids meal for each winner. Let's give these students a round of applause for that.
Good evening.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to welcome our guests from Mission Valley to Osage City High School. The Kansas State High School Activities Association and Osage City High School appreciate your support of interscholastic athletics and its principal objective. You're reminded that this is an educational event and the practice of good sportsmanship is encouraged by all. Remember, the only players and spirit squads are allowed on the play surface. And now for your starters. Number 2, Kipley Jacobson, a 5'9" freshman. And for the Indians, number 1, Sadie Shoemaker, a 5'3" freshman. And for the Vikings, number 11, Adeline Bloomfield, a 5'4" freshman. And for the Indians, number 5, Liz Duvall, a 5'6" senior. And now for Vikings, number 15, Kaylee Van Meter, a 5'6" senior. And for the Indians, number 15, Beretta Crawford, a 5'4" junior. And for the Vikings, number 22, Paige Martin, a 5'10" junior. And number 25, Campbell Stark, a 6'1" sophomore. And for the Vikings, number 32, Morgan Tomlinson, a 5'8" junior. And now for the Indians, number 40, Georgia Kitzelman, a 5'7" sophomore. The Vikings are coached by Ben Packard and assisted by Cassie Krause and Mackenzie Titan. The Indians are coached by Chris Kirkpatrick and assisted by Kay Voss and Dorothy Keith.
And as we get started here, looks like Stark's going to jump for the Indians against number 22, the Vikings.
That's going to be Paige Martin, number 22.
Here we go. Tip is up, and the Indians have won. Shoemaker with the ball, down to Duvall on the near side. Back up to Shoemaker now. Duvall, Stark. Back to Shoemaker. Duvall drives in, but travels. Ball will go over to the Lady Vikings. .22 brings it up. Guarded by Duvall for the Lady Indians. 2 with it now on the far side, takes it in. 22 now, puts up a 3. Off the rim, no good, but rebounded by the Vikings. Putback's no good as well. Crawford on the rebound for the Lady Indians. Kitzelman brings it up the floor now. Down to Duvall. Shoemaker to Kitzelman. Back to Shoemaker. Shoemaker into Stark now. Stark puts it up. Misses everything, but rebound Kitzelman. Now Shoemaker for 3. Off the back of the iron. Rebound number 15 for the Lady Vikings. 22 has the ball stolen away by Duvall. Duvall up the floor, and she puts it up and in. Lady Indians get the first points of the game on the board, 2-0. 15 with the ball on the inside, passes it out to number 2 for the Lady Vikings. 11 now takes it in, passes over to 32 on the baseline. Her shot is up and off the side of the rim. Rebound Crawford. Crawford over to Duvall. Duvall takes it in, puts it up, and misses. Stark on the rebound, though. Crawford now passes out to Duvall. Shoemaker on the near side over to Stark. Back to Duvall. Duvall for 3, and it's good.
Duvall now has 5 points.
.22 passes it into 32 for the Lady Vikings. Her shot is off. Putback also no good. Kitzelman on the rebound for the Lady Indians.
That was a little bit of a lucky miss for the Indians.
Stark now swings it up to Shoemaker. Back to Duvall. Duvall again for 3. This one off the back of the iron. Rebound 32 for the Lady Vikings. .22 at the top of the key now. Brings it down to the near side. Now takes it in. Goes up with it. And in and out. Shoemaker on the rebound for the Lady Indians. Duvall with it on the near side. Into Crawford now. Crawford to Stark. Back up to Duvall. Now Shoemaker with it. Takes it back to the middle. Stark in the corner. Swings it up to Shoemaker. Now down to Kitzelman. Kitzelman pulls up. Her shot off. But Shoemaker on the rebound. The putback is good. 7-0 Indians. 4:25 left here in the first quarter.
That now leaves both Shoemaker and Duvall as the only 2 scorers in this game as of right now.
32 with the ball, and she travels with it. Ball go over to the Lady Indians.
Got some substitution here. It looks like 4 for the Vikings coming in for 15 and 0 coming in for 2. And as for the Indians, we've got 3 Gantenbein coming in for 40 Kitzelman.
Shoemaker brings it up the near side. Now Stark passes over to Duvall. Duvall drives it in, and her pass is stolen away by 0 for the Lady Vikings. Now 22 brings it up, and she is fouled, looks like by Crawford.
Foul is called on number 15, Crawford. That's her first and the game's first.
Number 22 inbounds it on the baseline. 11 with it now, swings it up to 4, and it's off of her hands out of bounds. Lady Indians ball. Shoemaker brings it past midcourt for the Lady Indians. Now Duvall over to Stark on the near side. Duvall tries to get it into Gantenbein, but ball's tipped out by the Lady Vikings. Duvall inbound on the far side here. Shoemaker to Gantenbein, now to Stark on the near side. Swings it up to Duvall. Duvall dribbles down. Swings it up to Shoemaker. Back to Duvall now. Shoemaker now gets it into Crawford. Stark on the near side. Gets it up to Shoemaker now. Shoemaker out to Duvall. Duvall drives in with it. Gets it to Gantenbein. Now Shoemaker down to Stark. Into Crawford. Looks like a foul called on the Lady Vikings.
Yep, foul is put on number 22. Team's first foul as well as their first. Got some more substitutions here. Looks like 32 and 22 for the Vikings coming out for 15 and
Ball's
0.
inbounded to Stark, and she puts it up and in. 9-point lead here early for the Lady Indians. And Lady Vikings call a timeout. 2:57 left here in the first quarter. Again, 9-0 Lady Indians.
Well, as for the scoring status on the Lady Indians, we've got number 1, that's going to be Shoemaker with 2 points. And number 5, Duvall with 5. And number 25, Stark with 2.
As we return to play here, it'll be Lady Vikings ball out of the timeout. Number 2 will bring it up the floor. Guarded by Duvall. Brings it up to the far side. 32, and now a fight for the ball on the floor. Results in a tie-up. It'll stay with the Lady Vikings. Four to inbound for the Lady Vikings. Has their inbound deflected, but it stays with the Vikings. Number 32 shot is off the back of the iron. Crawford on the rebound. Shoemaker brings it up on the near side. Down to Stark. Stark into Gantenbein at the top of the key. Now Shoemaker takes it in, pulls up, and scores it. Nice kiss off the top of the glass, makes it 11-0. Lady Indians.
Yes, I'm sure my father will be pleased with the form of that shot. That is her 4th point for the night as well.
32 gets it into 2 on the inside. Out over to 4, and that shot falls. First points for the Lady Vikings.
Yep, that's going to give 4, again, her 2nd point, and gets the Lady Vikings on the board.
Duvall swings it down to Shoemaker. Now into Crawford. Crawford back to Duvall. Now Stark with it in the corner. Swings up to Duvall. Duvall drives in. Shoemaker to Crawford. Crawford puts it up and scores it.
It's going to be her first points as well.
13-2 now, 11-point lead. Just over a minute to play here in the first quarter. 32 takes it up to the far side. Now down to 15 on the baseline. 15 over to 2. 2 puts it up and scores.
2's first point of the night, and that's going to give us 4 points to the Lady Vikings.
Shoemaker over to Stark. Stark swings it up to Duvall now. Crawford down to Gantenbein. Gantenbein goes up with it. Her shot off the left side. Rebound number 11 for the Lady Vikings. And her pass goes out of bounds. Ball back to the Lady Indians.
We've got some substitutions here for the Vikings. We've got number 32 coming out for 22, and then we have number 4 coming out for, I believe, 2.
Kitzelman also comes back in the game, replacing Gantenbein for the Lady Indians. Shoemaker near midcourt. 15 to play here in the first quarter. Duvall with it now. Back to Shoemaker with 10 to play. Shoemaker hands off to Kitzelman. Crawford pulls up as the quarter ends here. Her shot off the right side. And we have a 13-4 ball game. Lady Indians on top by 9.
Well, your top scorers for the quarter, we've got Duvall for the Indians. She's got 5 points, and then number 1, Shoemaker, she has 4. The Lady Vikings have number 2 has 2, and number 4 has 2 as well.
Pretty good start to the game there for the Lady Indians.
Yeah.
They've been playing a lot better these last few games, especially after that rough start to the season. On a 2-game win streak now, trying to extend it here.
Yeah. And it was a rough start, but looking a little better for them nowadays.
Lady Indians will have the ball here to start the second quarter. Crawford inbounds to Shoemaker. Now up to Duvall. Kitzelman in the far side corner. Now down to Shoemaker. Shoemaker dribbles in, passes over to Stark. Stark swings up to Duvall. Now Duvall goes in with it. Her jumper is off, though. Rebounded by 15 for the Lady Vikings. 2 with it on the baseline, dribbles in, and her shot is blocked.
I do believe that is going to be called a foul.
I think that ball just went out of bounds.
Oh.
It will stay with the Lady Vikings, though. 22 gets the inbound. Now 0 with it. And her pass is stolen away by Duvall. And a foul called.
I believe it's going to be called on number 22 for the Vikings, and that will be her second. Substitution for the Vikings, we've got 32 coming in for 22.
Shoemaker brings it up for the Lady Indians. Gets it over to Stark. Now back to Shoemaker. Shoemaker now into Crawford. Crawford swings up to Duvall. Duvall takes a 3. This one off the right side of the iron. Rebound Stark, though. Now Duvall on the drive, and she scores it.
There's a nice little jumper there for Duvall. That's going to give her 7 points for the evening.
15-4. Lady Indians by 11, and a steal there by Kitzelman. Quick defensive possession. Now Duvall swings it down to Shoemaker. Into Crawford. Crawford to Duvall to Kitzelman on the far side. Stark with it. Swings it up to Duvall. Back to Shoemaker. Shoemaker for three. Off the left side of the rim. Rebound Kitzelman though. Her shot is also short. And the rebound goes to 32 for the Lady Vikings. She takes it over to the baseline. Now 2 with it. Over to 11. Her shot from the elbow is good.
Those will be 11's first points for the night, and that will be bring the Lady Vikings up to 6.
Duvall. Kitzelman. Now down to Shoemaker. Stark to Shoemaker. Into Crawford now. Now Duvall takes a three, and this one's good. Her second three-pointer of the game.
Yep.
That extends the Lady Indians' lead to 12.
And that brings Duvall to 10 personal points.
0. Tries to get it into 2. And Crawford on the nice defensive play there.
We've got 4 and 22 coming in now for the Vikings for 15 and 11.
Shoemaker brings it up the far side for the Lady Indians. Now down to Duvall, over to Stark. Shoemaker now into Crawford. Lobs it into Stark. Stark's pass out to Duvall, and she loses it on the drive. 32 reels it in. 22 now swings down to 2. 2 takes it in now. Over to 0. 0 from the free throw line, and her shot is good. 10-point ball game now, 18-8. 4:20 left here to go in the first half.
Those were Zero's first points as of now.
Ratcher, go.
Shoemaker takes it back to the middle. Her pass is taken away by 22 for the Lady Vikings, though. Her shot, however, is no good. Shoemaker on the rebound. And a timeout called by the Lady Indians. They're up 18-8, just under 4 here to play in the first half.
Definitely, yeah. So as for your scores, we've got Duvall with 10 points and Shoemaker with 4. So definitely a big part of that 18 going to Duvall for the Indians. And then the Vikings, their top scorers are actually all the same. They all have 2 points, so pretty evenly distributed there. It's like 2, 11, 4, and 0 have all put up shots to make up that 8. Why is that? Do you know why?
Why is what?
Why they can't sit down on a 30-second?
That is a great question that I do not know the answer to.
Neither do I.
Looks like a little bit of a full court pressure by the Lady Vikings. Lady Indians manage, though. Kitzelman gets it over to Crawford now. Down to Duvall. Duvall gets it into Stark. Now struggle on the floor for the ball, but Shoemaker comes away with it for the Lady Indians and puts it up and in.
He's going to give Shoemaker 6 points.
Back to a 12-point lead, 20-8. Lady Indians. And an offensive foul called, looks like on 22. I believe that's her third.
It's actually on 32. But if it had been, that's going to be her first. Also looks like we had a substitution for the Indians. That's going to be Ganbine coming in for Kitzelman.
Crawford on the inbound. A little bit wild. And it ends up going out of bounds and going over to the Lady Vikings.
I don't think that inbound play quite worked out how they were planning.
Not quite. 22 on the inbound, drives it in now, gets it over to 15. 12-footers, no good. Shoemaker comes away with the ball. Shoemaker down to Gantenbein. Now up to Duvall. Ball back down to Shoemaker. Gantenbein. Shoemaker now up to Duvall again. Swings it down. Trying for Gantenbein, but over her head.
Yeah, the Lady Indians just apparently have too much power tonight.
Gives the Lady Vikings back the ball. Now 22 brings it up. Slips with the ball, and the ball comes away with it. Looks like she stepped out of bounds, though, so the Lady Vikings will get it back. They'll inbound on the near side here. Two with the ball. Swings it up to 4 on the far side. Now on the baseline. Swings it back up to 2. 2 over to 22. Her shot is off the back of the iron. 2 on the rebound, though. Now 15. Pulls up from the baseline and scores it.
15's first points of the night, and that is going to bring the Vikings within a 10-point. This is now a 10-point game.
Stark with the ball on the near side, back to Shoemaker. Now Crawford with it. Back to the ball. Down to Shoemaker. Stark in the near side corner. Stark gets it into Crawford, and a foul called on the inside.
Fouls put on Crawford, I believe. Yeah. Nope. I'm sorry. That's going to be 15 for the Vikings, and that is her first.
Shoemaker inbounds to Crawford, now to Duvall. Duvall brings it back to midcourt. Just over a minute and a half to play here in the first half. Shoemaker now to Gantenbein. Back to Shoemaker. Up to Duvall. Ball and Shoemaker passing back and forth. Now to Gantenbein. Gantenbein up to Duvall. Duvall to Shoemaker. Shoemaker. Gantenbein.
Get out there. Pressure.
Shoemaker again with it. Back up to Duvall. Swinging it back and forth here. Indians seem to be waiting for something on the inside.
Yeah.
Swinging it around the outside of the three-point line right now. Shoemaker finally drives it in, but Duvall takes it back out to midcourt. Crawford now with 15 to play here in the second quarter. Gives it off to Shoemaker, now 10. Shoemaker now drives in, tries to go up with it, but has the ball taken away. 32 takes it, puts up the shot, and that'll be the first half of this Lady Indians ball game. 20-10, they have the lead.
Top scorers for the game are going to be number 5, Duvall. She's got 10. And then number 1, Shoemaker, who has 6. And then for the Vikings, we've got 2 with 2, 2, 11, 4, and 0 all have 2 points. So that is your score. Hi guys, and welcome back to the Osage City Lady Indians basketball game. Right now our current score is 20-10. Our top scorers as of now are Duvall for the Indians, who's got 10 points. Number 1, Shoemaker for the Indians as well, who has 6. And for the Vikings, number 2, number 11, number 15, number 4, and number 0 all have 2 points. So there are your top scorers. So number 32 for the Vikings to inbound the ball. She goes to 2, who goes down with it. Ball is knocked out of bounds. It's going to go to the Indians. Take it away, Wyatt.
Vikings flying full court pressure here. Crawford gets it into the ball. Now back to Crawford. Shoemaker now brings it across midcourt.
Bailey, get up here.
Crawford over to Duvall. Now Duvall back up near midcourt. Stark down to Shoemaker. Kitzelman back to Duvall. Now Crawford with it. Shoemaker. Kitzelman. Kitzelman. Crawford at the top of the key. Stark down to Duvall. Duvall for 3. Off the side of the iron. Rebound 32 for the Lady Vikings. Two with it. Has her pass taken away by Kitzelman. But then she has the ball tipped away. And 15 has it for the Lady Vikings. 2 now into 11. An 11 shot. Misses everything. And then the Indians have it taken away. And number 11 scores for the Lady Vikings. First points of the second half here.
It's going to give number 11 her second point, and that's going to be 4 for her. The Lady Indians retaliate by Duvall making a shot. So that's going to be 2 points for her.
Now 11 puts up another shot for the Lady Vikings. This one off the front of the rim. Crawford on the rebound. She's fouled.
22. Foul is called on 22 for the Vikings. That is going to be her third for the game.
Crawford inbounds to Shoemaker. Vikings still full court press. Now Kitzelman takes it in, but travels.
Looks like number 3, Gantenbein, is going to be coming in for Kitzelman.
.22 brings it up for the Lady Vikings. Her pass is wild out of bounds. Crawford to inbound here. And tipped out of bounds by number 11 for the Lady Vikings. Crawford gets it in this time to Duvall. Now Stark has her pass stolen away by 2 for the Lady Vikings. Now 32 at the top of the key, puts up a 3 and scores it.
It's going to be 32's first points for the evening.
Now a 7-point ball game. And another steal by the Lady Vikings. 22 now, puts it up and scores. And a timeout called by the Lady Indians.
22's first points as well.
Not handling the full court pressure well out of the half.
Not at all.
It's now a 5-point ball game, 22-17. Just over 5 minutes left here in the third quarter.
Your top scorers for the Indians are still Duvall. She now has 12 points, and Shoemaker with 6. For the Vikings, we now have number 11 with 4 points, and number 32 with 3.
Lady Indians have the ball out of the timeout. Crawford inbound. Gets it into the ball. Now over to Crawford. Shoemaker now gets it across midcourt to the ball. Now Crawford near the top of the key, over to Duvall. Duvall takes it in, goes up with it, off the front of the iron, short. Rebound goes over to the Lady Vikings. Now 22 takes it in. 32 on the outside, puts up another 3. This one off left. Crawford on the rebound for the Lady Indians. Crawford swings it ahead to the ball. Her pass knocked out of bounds by the Lady Vikings. Shoemaker to inbound on the Lady Indians baseline. Gets it into Duvall. Duvall goes up with it in the paint. The shot looks like it was blocked by the Lady Vikings. 32 comes away with it. Now swings it ahead to 2. 2 shots up and in. Now just a 3-point ball game. 22-19.
And that is going to be 4 for the Lady Viking. I'm sorry, that's going to be 4 points for number 2.
Crawford brings it across midcourt. Now Shoemaker up to Duvall. Shoemaker out to Crawford, over to Duvall. Now Duvall to Gantbine in the corner. Duvall brings it back to the top of the key. Gantbine to Crawford. Back to Gantbine. Now to Shoemaker. Shoemaker again with it. Near midcourt. Now to Crawford. Gantbine to the ball. Lady Indians passing around the outside here. Looking for open shot. Gantbine hands off to Shoemaker. Now Duvall back down to Shoemaker on the near side. Boss. Now to Duvall, to Shoemaker, now to Crawford on the inside. Crawford puts up a shot. That one's too strong off the back glass. 15 on the rebound for the Lady Vikings. Now 22 drives in and is fouled.
Foul is called on Gantbine. That's going to be her first.
Lady Vikings to inbound on the near side. Gets it into 22. 15 swings it to 2. Now 2 drives in, but she traveled with it. Ball goes over to the Lady Indians.
Lady Indians definitely going to have to get past this press if they want anything to happen.
Handled it all right the past few possessions, but just can't capitalize on the other side.
No.
Shoemaker swings up to Duvall. Now Duvall for three, and this one's good.
That will be Duvall's third three for the evening.
It's the Lady Indians lead back to 6, 25-19. And another steal for the Lady Indians. The ball up the near side, takes it in, goes up, and it charts. That one against the ball.
Yeah. That is going to be Duvall's first foul. Lady Indians second.
.22 brings it up. The Lady Vikings now swings it up to 11. Now into 15. 15 down to 32 on the baseline. Now 11 over to 22. 22 pulls up for three. This one off right. Crawford on the rebound for the Lady Indians. Swings it down to Duvall on the near side. Duvall up to Shoemaker. Now Kitzelman with it. Back to Shoemaker. Crawford to Shoemaker. Now down to Duvall on the near side. Duvall for three. This one off the back of the iron. Now Shoemaker on the rebound though, and the putback is good.
It's going to be 8 points for Shoemaker.
And the Indians with an 8-point lead now.
Definitely looks like the Lady Indians have maybe calmed down a little bit. I don't know.
Kind of got that mojo going they had in the first half.
Yeah.
And another defensive stop there. Duvall on the rebound goes down the floor and is fouled on the way up. She'll be shooting two.
Foul is called on number 22 for the Vikings. That's going to give her 4.
First free throw by Duvall is good.
That's going to give her 16.
Second one on the way. This one off the back of the iron. Rebound goes to the Lady Vikings. Thrown ahead to 15. Now over to 2. 2 pulls up. Short. 15 on the rebound though, and she's fouled on the putback.
We're going to have to really amp up their rebounds as well. Foul is called on Crawford. That's going to be her second.
First free throw on the way by 15. No good. Second one does fall. Makes one of two, and we have an 8-point ball game, 28-20.
We do have 15 with 3 points now as well.
Shoemaker down to Duvall. Now back up to Shoemaker. Crawford out to Duvall. Looks like the Indians are wanting the last shot of this quarter. Crawford with it on the inside, goes up with it and is fouled. Crawford shoot 2 here.
Foul is called on number 32 for the Vikings. That's her second.
First free throw by Crawford is off the back of the rim. Second one on the way. And this one falls. 1 of 2 by Crawford.
That's 13 for Crawford.
And that'll end the third quarter. Lady Indians maintain a 9-point lead going into the fourth, 29-20.
As for our top scorers, we still have Duvall at 16 points and Shoemaker at 8. And for the Vikings, we have 2 and 11 with 4.
Lady Indians have the ball to start the fourth quarter. Duvall swings it up to Stark. Now back to Duvall. Shoemaker into Crawford. Stark again with it. Back to Duvall. To Shoemaker. Shoemaker gets it into Stark. Stark goes up with it. Her shot off the rim. No good. And then a tie-up. Looks like the ball will go over to the Lady Vikings. Two brings it up the floor. Gets it over to 32. Now 32 on the drive. Has it stolen away by Shoemaker. Shoemaker up the floor to the top of the key. Now down to the ball. Stark with it. Swings it over to Crawford. Now to Duvall. Duvall pulls up for 3. This one's short off the front of the rim. Rebound Shoemaker though, and that one falls.
Gonna bring Shoemaker up to 10 points.
And a steal by Duvall. He'll take it up the floor. And a foul called on the Lady Vikings.
We're gonna put that foul on number 32, and that will be her third for this game. The Vikings will be bringing 22 in for 15. All right, then, so they're changing that foul to 2, and that will be her first.
Crawford on the pass from Shoemaker scores a 3. That extends the Indians' lead to 14, 34-20.
That brings Shoemaker up to 13 points.
And then a quick possession there by the Lady Vikings results in a layup by number 2. And then a timeout called. 34-22 is our score. 6:24 here left in the game.
That brings Shoemaker up to 13. And Liz Duvall still has 16, and for the Vikings, number 2 has 6, and number 11 has 4. I believe Shoemaker's been eyeing that 3 all night, because she's my little sister, so I feel like I have to tell people this. She gets paid for threes, so, you know.
Did not know that.
Yeah. So she's got
Pretty good incentive.
She's got to have so many, I think. I don't know. I wasn't really there when they drew up the contract, but
Vikings again with the full court pressure. Kitzelman to Crawford. Crawford now to the ball, back to Crawford. Cross midcourt. Ball passes up to Shoemaker. And Shoemaker down to the ball on the near side into Crawford. Crawford to Stark. Has the ball knocked out. Ball knocked out by the Lady Vikings. And it'll stay with the Indians. Shoemaker inbounds to the ball. Now down to Shoemaker in the corner. Shoemaker pulls up. There's shot off the back of the iron. Crawford on the rebound though, and she's fouled. She'll be shooting two. Crawford makes the second free throw. We now have another 14-point lead for the Lady Indians. 36-22 here. 22 with it at the top of the key for the Lady Vikings. Now 32. Now 11 pulls up from just inside the three-point line. And that one falls.
it's going to give her 6 points for the night.
Let's go. We need points.
Crawford takes it down the floor. Passes out to Kitzelman. Now Kitzelman to Shoemaker at the top of the key. Ball back to Shoemaker. Now Crawford to Stark. Stark on the baseline, swings up to the ball. The ball drives it in. Now out to Shoemaker. That pass almost taken away by the Lady Vikings. The ball able to reel it in though. Lady Indians trying to find something on the inside.
Come on, let's go.
Ball near midcourt to Crawford now. Back to Shoemaker. Now Crawford passes off to Kitzelman. Kitzelman heavily guarded by the Vikings. Finally gets out of it and passes to the ball near midcourt. The ball has it poked out. And the Lady Vikings will have to touch it out of bounds.
Definitely going after that ball. Vikings.
Shoemaker off the inbound, gets it to Stark, now to the ball. The ball drives in and is fouled.
Foul's called on 32. That is her fourth foul.
Crawford inbounds to Kitzelman. Kitzelman back to Crawford in the corner. Now Crawford on the drive, swings out the Shoemaker. Shoemaker down to Duvall. Duvall goes in with it and scores. Count the basket and one.
Yeah. It's going to give Duvall 18 points. And that's going to, they're going to put that foul on 32, which it's going to get her out for the rest of the game. Also looks like Kitzelman is now in for Stark. Yeah, I think so.
Duvall unable to complete the three-point play though. Lady Vikings 22 takes it up the floor all the way. Shot doesn't fall though. Crawford on the rebound. Shoemaker now down to Gantenbein. And Gantenbein's fouled on the inside. That'll be a 1-and-1 for Gantenbein.
Mm-hmm. Foul's called on 2. That'll be her first. All right, looks like she's all tied up now.
Gantenbein on the first part of the 1-and-1. Scores it. Gives the Indians their largest lead of the night at 15. 39-24.
That is going to give Gantenbein her first point.
Second one rolls around the rim. Falls out. Lady Vikings with it now, under 3 to play. .15 loses the ball off her foot, out of bounds. Still with the full court pressure though. Shoemaker now to Crawford. Crawford swings it ahead to Kitzelman. Kitzelman pulls up from 13 feet. No good though. Rebound goes to the Vikings. 22 on the three-point attempt. Doesn't fall, but 4 on the rebound for the Lady Vikings. Gets it into the 15, now to 11. 2 with it at the top of the key. Dribbles in, has it tied up by Crawford. This one will go back to the Lady Indians.
He is correct.
Gantenbein gets it in, but the ball is stolen away by 22 for the Lady Vikings. Her shot doesn't fall though. Now Duvall picks it up, takes it down the floor, goes up. Shot too strong off the glass. Rebound 2 by the Lady Vikings. Now 11 tries to swing it down to 22. Her pass goes over her head, out of bounds. Shoemaker now to Gantenbein. Now Duvall to Shoemaker. Up to Crawford, who scores. Count the basket and one. Nice play there by Crawford.
Yeah. That is going to give Crawford 6 points. Foul was called on 15 for the Vikings, and that is her second.
Crawford to complete the three-point play. Put the Lady Indians up by 18. Doesn't fall though, but Stark gets the rebound. Now Shoemaker with it near midcourt. Crawford gets it back up top. Now Gantenbein over to Shoemaker. Stark with it now, swings it over to Crawford. He brings it back up top. Shoemaker takes it back to the middle, now drives in. She's fouled on the inside.
Foul is called on number 22. That will be her 5th as well, and she will be the 2nd Viking of the night to foul out.
And 2 shots here coming for Shoemaker. First one on the way, and it falls. Now an 18-point game, 42-24.
And that is going to give her 14 points.
Second one also falls. Now a
15.
19-point game. .15 with it. Now under a minute to play in the game. Foul called on the shot. That'll be 2 free throws coming for her.
Foul is called on Stark. That'll be her first as well.
First free throw on the way. Off the front of the rim, though. Second one also short. And Stark on the rebound for the Indians. Kitzelman near midcourt. Takes it in now. Her shot off the side of the rim. Lady Vikings on the rebound. Now 4 on the block. And a tie-up called.
It's going to stay with the Vikings.
Two to inbound for the Lady Vikings here. Gets it into 11. Now 11 over to 4. Her shot put up. No good, but number 2, I believe, on the rebound. It's fouled on the way up. Indians are going to hold on in this game. That'll make it 3 wins in a row for them. Solid little streak they have going here.
Yeah, for sure.
2 for the Vikings. Her first free throw falls.
Number 2 is the top scorer for her team, so that's going to give her 7 points.
Second one on the way, and both are good.
And that will give her 8.
And that'll just about do it here.
Yep.
Shoemaker dribbles it down the floor as time expires. 43-26 is your final score. Indians win it by 17 points.
Yeah. Not going to lie, there was a minute there where I was like, they might not get this one.
Start that second half, they weren't looking very strong, but kind of once they figured out that press,
Yeah.
smooth sailing from there.
So, right. Well, your top scorers for the game is we had Duvall, number 5 for the Indians with 18 points, and number 1, Shoemaker with 15. And then as for the Vikings, we had number 2 with 8 points and number 11 with 4.
And that will wrap up our girls matchup with another Lady Indians win. They improved to 5-4 on the season now. Stay tuned here in about 20 minutes for the boys matchup.
See you then.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Osage City Basketball. I'm Wyatt Ornder,
And I'm Ellie Shoemaker.
and we'll be your announcers for the night. Tonight's varsity boys matchup features the Osage City Indians and the Mission Valley Vikings. The Indians are 8-0, coming off a win against Linden on Friday, and the Vikings are 3-2, coming off a win against Central Heights on Friday. The introductions will begin shortly.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to welcome our guests from Mission Valley to the Osage City High School. The Kansas State High School Activities Association and Osage City High School appreciate your support of interscholastic athletics and its principal objective. You are reminded that this is an educational event, and the practice of good sportsmanship is encouraged by all. Remember that only players and spirit squads are allowed on the playing surface. And now for your starters. For Mission Valley, a 6'1" junior, number 0, Tanner Thomas. And for Osage, number 2, a 5'8" senior, Payson Moon. And for the Vikings, number 2, a 6'1" senior, Joel Peters. Now for the Indians, number 3, a 5'10" senior, Chase Brenner. And for the Vikings, number 22, a 6' senior, Carter Phillips. And for the Indians, number 5, a 5'10" senior, Tyler Sage. And for the Vikings, number 41, a 5'9" freshman, Porter Leaders. And for the Indians, number 25, a 6'3" junior, Caden Kirkpatrick. And for the Vikings, number 44, a 6'5" junior, Corbett Hank. And for the Indians, number 33, a 6'1" junior, Landon Moss. The Vikings are coached by Jordan Lee and assisted by Joe Meade. The Indians are coached by Coach Dennis Ford and assisted by James Bellinger and Jeremy Knight.
Not 6'5". Landon's 6'1". He is maybe an inch taller. Thank you, guys. All right, and as we get started here, Boss will be on the tip against 44 for the Vikings. Tip is up, and Indians win it. Sage with the ball, swings it up to Brenner on the far side. Now down to Moon. Moon to Kirkpatrick on the inside, into Boss, and He scores it. 2-0 lead right off the bat for the Indians. 22 for the Vikings. Over to 2. Guarded by Brenner. Number 2 hands off to 0. 0 over to 22. 22 for 3. Off the right side of the iron, but 41 on the rebound. Gets it back to 22. He goes in with it. Too strong off the glass. And another offensive rebound for the Vikings. Number 0 on the near side. It's off the 22, or excuse me, number 2. That's who swings it out to 22. And a foul called. Looks like that one will be on Brenner. .41 with the ball near midcourt. It's over to 44. 44 hands off to 0. Takes it in. And then over to 41. And that shot is blocked by the Indians. Vikings still have it, though. Now 41 goes up with it and scores.
That's going to bring it to a tie ball game now, 2-2.
Brenner with it. Now swings it down to Moon on the near side. Back to Brenner on the far. And that pass stolen away by number 2 for the Vikings. And the foul called. That one will be on Sage.
That'll be his and the team's first.
Number 2 for the Vikings to shoot 2 here. First one on the way. Rolls off the rim. Second one on the way, and that one falls. Gives the Vikings their first lead of the night, 3-2. Brenner with the ball on the far side, swings it down to Moon. Moon now back to Brenner. Sage to Moon. Now Kirkpatrick out to Brenner. Boss with it. Up to Sage. Sage for 3, and that one falls. Puts the Indians back up by 2, 5-3. 5.5 minutes left here in the first quarter.
That's going to be Sage's first points for the night. He now has 3. Sorry.
22 brings it up on the near side for the Vikings. Gets it into 44 now. 44 puts it up off the glass. No good. And 41 on the putback. Also doesn't fall for the Vikings. Indians ball now. Boss at the top of the key. Puts it up. No good. Rebound goes to number 2 for the Vikings. 2 brings it in. His shot too strong. 41 on the rebound though, and that one falls. Tie ball game at 5 here. Brenner with the ball on the far side, swings it down to Moon. Moon back to Brenner. Now into Boss. Boss back to Moon. Moon for 3. That one off the backside of the iron. And then a foul on the rebound on the Indians.
Yeah, that foul is going to go to Kirkpatrick. That'll be his first.
Vikings have been playing a zone on defense thus far, trying to take away the inside presence of the Indians.
And it's been fairly effective.
Thus far, Indians will need to find a way to counteract that.
Yep.
2 now drives it in for the Vikings, puts it up off the glass and in. 2-point lead now for the Vikings.
And that gets 2 on the board with his first.
Patrick
Let's go.
Has his pass knocked out of bounds. Stays with the Indians. Sage down to Moon now. Up to Brenner. Brenner to Sage, down to Moon. Moon in to the inside to Boss. Boss puts it up off the glass and scores. Count the basket and one.
That brings Boss to 4 points. And brings us back to a tie ball game. Foul was called on number 22 for the Vikings, his first.
Boss for the three-point play and the lead. He gets it. 8-7 now. Indians on top.
Come on, let's move.
22 for the Vikings. Brings it up on the far side. Now on the baseline. Kicks it out to 0. Now to 41 in the corner. His three-point attempt too strong. Rebound goes to 22 for the Vikings, though. .22 still on the far side. Swings it down to 2 on the near. And a takeaway by Boss. Sage with the ball. Throws it down to Moon. Now back to Sage. To top the key.
Keep hustling.
Brenner now into Boss. Boss into Schaefer. Back out to Moon. Sage takes another 3. This one off the back of the iron. Rebound goes to 2 for the Vikings. And a travel called on the baseline. Ball goes back to the Indians. Sage brings it across midcourt to the Indians. Brenner down to Moon in the corner. And his pass to the inside, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Indians, though. Sage to inbound on the baseline. Sage gets it into Moon. Now up to Brenner near midcourt. Schaefer with it. Down to Moon in the corner. Moon again with it. Now into Boss. Boss puts it up from the elbow and scores it. Nice jumper by Boss. Gives the Indians a 3-point lead, 10-7. Under 2 to play here in the first quarter.
That was Boss's 6th point.
Number 10 now in the game for the Vikings. Gets it over to 2. 2 for 3. No good off the back of the iron. Boss with it up the floor. Gets it off to Sage. Puts up a 3. Off the side of the rim. Rebound goes to number 2 for the Vikings. 22 now on the near side. Kicks it out to 2 at the top of the key. Now he drives in. His shot short off the front of the rim. Moon on the rebound. Kicks it ahead to Brenner. Now over to Sage. Sage goes up and scores it.
That'll give Sage 5 points.
Biggest lead of the night for the Indians thus far, 12-7. .45 seconds left here to play in the first quarter. 10 with it on the near side for the Vikings. Over to 44. Now back to 10. .44 hands off to 2. Now goes to the baseline. Almost stolen away by Boss.
Just barely.
10 swings up to 22. Now 15 seconds to play. And 2 drives it in and scores for the Vikings. 10 to play here in the quarter. Sage,
That gives 4 points.
near midcourt, 5 seconds to play. Brenner to Boss. And his pass is stolen away to end the quarter.
Come on.
12 to 9. Indians up by 3. Your
Just
top scorers thus far.
Yeah, we've got number 33 for the Indians. That's going to be Boss with 6 points, and number 5, Sage, with 5. That's for the Vikings. We've got number 2 with 4 points, and number 41 with 3. So not super high points yet here.
No, and the Vikings doing a good job of limiting the Indians' presence on the inside.
Which is normally what they capitalize on.
And we will have halftime entertainment during the boys' game by the dance team. And we will also have exclusive interview with Liz Duvall from the Lady Indians basketball team. Stay tuned for that at halftime.
Yeah.
Vikings with the ball to start the second quarter here. Number 10 moves it across midcourt, guarded by Bowen now in the game for the Indians. And 22 steps out of bounds in the corner, turns the ball over. Sage brings it up for the Indians.
Good D, boys. Let's go.
Gets it up to Bowen, now to Moon. Moon for 3. Too strong off the back of the iron. Rebounded by 10 for the Vikings, and then stolen away by Sage. Sage goes up the floor, and he's fouled.
Foul is called on 0 for the Vikings, and that's going to be his first.
Indians will have it under their basket. Sage gets the inbound in to Kirkpatrick, and he goes up and scores. Nice play, gets the Indians back up by 5, 14-9.
And that was Kirkpatrick's first points for tonight.
22 for the Vikings, gets it over to 10. A foul called on the Indians.
Foul is called on 40. That's going to be Schaefer for the Indians. His first as well. Looks like we got some substitutions. We got 44 in for 22 for the Vikings. And 10, I believe, is in for 15. Or 45, sorry.
And another foul on the Indians on the inbound pass.
Definitely not something you ever want to do. Foul is called on Kirkpatrick. That's going to be his second.
There you go.
44 gets the inbound and puts it up and in. 3-point ball game now, and the pass stolen away by 41 for the Vikings. His layup, though, is no good. Gets his own rebound, and then a charge called.
A lucky miss there for the Indians.
For sure.
Foul was called on 41 for the Vikings, and that is his first.
Kirkpatrick and Brenner replace Boss and Brenner replace Kirkpatrick and Moon in the game for the Indians. Sage brings it up, gets it over to Bowen, now to Schaefer. Schaefer swings it down to Brenner, now back to Schaefer on the inside. Bowen skips it to Brenner, then back to Bowen.
in. There you go.
Sage at the top of the key, up to Bowen. Back down to Brenner, up to Bowen.
Get out there.
Sage to Bowen, down to Brenner. That pass tipped out of bounds by 10 for the Vikings. Sage to inbound in the corner for the Indians. Gets it to Brenner. Now to Sage, back to Brenner. Over to Bowen on the far side. Bowen to Boss. Boss for three, and that one goes in. 6-point lead, their largest of the night. 17-11 for the Indians.
And that three making Boss well on his way to being their top scorer. He has 9 right now.
41 for three for the Vikings in the corner.
What are you looking at?
That one falls. Now a 3-point ball game. Bowen skips it over to Brenner. Now Brenner back to Bowen. Schaefer on the baseline, back to Bowen to Sage. Brenner to Bowen in the corner. Schaefer on the inside. Brenner now for a corner three. That one misses everything strong. And then stolen away by the Indians as the Vikings go down the floor. But then a travel as the Indians struggle to get a hold of it. Vikings will have it on the near side.
I think it's shaping up to be another highly charged game here.
Seems like it. As we say that, number 10 goes in and scores for the Vikings, making this a 1-point ball game now.
That is going to get number 10 on the board.
Sage at midcourt, down to Moon. Brenner down to Moon in the corner. Back to Brenner. Boss over to Sage. Sage for three. That one's strong off the back of the iron. Brenner on the rebound though. His shot also too strong. Ball out of bounds. It'll stay with the Indians. Just over 4 here to play.
We're still in a 1-point ball game, as he said.
Sage the inbound on the far side. Gets it up to Brenner. Sage down to Kirkpatrick. Now over to Moon. Now Boss on the baseline. Back to Moon. Skips it up to Sage. Now into Boss. Boss to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick goes up and he's fouled. 2 free throws coming for Kirkpatrick.
Which might be...
First free throw off right for Kirkpatrick. Second one on the way, and that one's short.
Go!
0 for 2 on free throws for Kirkpatrick. Now 44 goes up and scores it for the Vikings, and the Vikings are back on top by 1.
That's going to give 44 his first points for the evening.
Brenner to Sage, now to Moon on the near side. And then Sage's pass is stolen away by 2 for the Vikings. 2 takes it down the floor and has his shot blocked by Brenner. Boss to Brenner now. Brenner takes it in, goes up with it and scores. Indians back on top by 1, 19-18. Just over 3 to play here in the first half.
Brenner's first points for the night.
Number 22 on the far side for the Vikings. It's the 10. 10 now takes it in, goes up with it. His shot short off the front of the rim. Indians wrestle down the rebound. Boss passes ahead to Sage. Sage to Boss. Boss pulls up for three. This one off the back of the iron. Brenner on the rebound, though. Moon to Kirkpatrick. Gets it into Boss, and Boss is fouled on his way up.
Foul's called on number 2 for the Vikings, his second.
First of 2 coming here for Boss. This one off the back of the rim.
We now got Schaefer coming in for Kirkpatrick. And number 0 coming in for number 10 for the Vikings.
Boss now to put the Indians up by 2, and he makes it. 2018 Indians.
That also gives Boss 10 points.
22 on the far side. Pulls up from range for 3. That one no good. Boss on the rebound. Throws it ahead to Moon. Moon goes up with it. Off the glass and in. 4-point lead now for the Indians.
That was Boss's 10 points.
22 swings it up to 41 at the top of the key. His 3-point attempt off the front of the rim and out of bounds. Ball back to the Indians. Minute 45 left to play in the first half. Moon with the ball on the near side. And then Sage's pass almost knocked out of bounds by the Vikings. Stays with the Indians though. Sage at the top of the key, gets it into Boss. And a foul called on the inside.
Foul was called on 0 for the Vikings, his second.
That one on the floor. So Sage will inbound on the near or on the baseline, excuse me. Moon for 3. That one too strong, and then a foul on the rebound by Schaefer.
That foul is called on Schaefer as well. His second for the evening. Also, make sure you stick around for our halftime dance show and exclusive with senior basketball player Liz Duvall.
22 on the far side with the ball for the Vikings. Takes it to the corner now. Now 0 with the ball and a timeout called by the Vikings. Now under a minute to play in the first half. 22-18 lead for the Indians.
Very tight game. So our top scorers for the Indians are, we do have Boss, number 33 with 12 points, and Sage, number 5 with 5. As for the Vikings, we have number 41 with 6 points and number 2 with 4.
Vikings with the ball out of the timeout. 22 inbounds to 41. .22 with it on the far side, hands off to 10. And then a foul as he drives to the middle.
Foul's called on Moon. That's going to be his third. Oh, I'm sorry. No. That's going to be his first. Looks like for the Vikings, we've got number 0 coming in. Excuse me, for number 2.
1-1 here for number 10. First part. That one falls. Second one on the way. That one off the back of the rim. Boss on the rebound, though. The Indians. Sage brings it up the near side. Up to Brenner. Now Sage at midcourt. 30 seconds to play here in the first half.
Pressure, let's go.
Brenner with the ball. Holding it on the far side. Come to a standstill here. Looks like Indians are going to take the last shot. Now, Boss has it near the top of the key. Over to Sage. Sage for 3. This one off the front of the rim. And that's going to do it for the first half. Indians take a 3-point lead into halftime, 22-19.
Our top scorers for the half are Boss, number 33, with 12 points, and Sage, number 5, with 5. As for the Vikings, we have number 2 with 4 points, and number 41 with 6.
Remember to stay tuned for your halftime entertainment by the Osage City Dance Team, and then an exclusive interview. This list of all for the Lady Indians basketball team following.
The OCHS dance team would like to invite all students who love to dance to participate in our upcoming dance tournament. The theme will be Boot Scooter Boogie, so students will be dancing the Lockdown country songs at our home game on February 8th. The clinic is open to all boys and girls grades preschool through 8th grade. Tonight's routine was choreographed by sophomores Emery Camarina and Riley Kennedy. Your music is on.
All right, so we are here with Elizabeth Duvall. She is
I don't know where the camera is, guys.
there's not one.
Okay, awesome.
Don't worry, they can just hear you. Okay, so you are senior basketball player.
Yes.
Congratulations on your third winning streak,
Awesome.
right?
Feels great.
Yeah. All right. So first question here: after you ladies came out after the half, it wasn't as smooth sailing as it was the first time. So can you just give us a summary on what happened there?
I think everybody underestimated Mission Valley coming back out. It was, we talked about it in the locker room that they needed to, we all needed to keep the energy that we had, and I think that we kind of underestimated them, and Mission Valley came out very strong.
Yeah.
But I think what changed that is we just talked. Somebody hit a few shots, and we were pumped. So
I actually think it was you, wasn't it?
maybe I don't really remember.
Yeah. Yeah. But you did pull that win out, so
It was awesome.
yeah.
Proud of all of them.
Yeah. So this now gives you guys a 3-game winning streak. Do you think you can keep and advance that looking forward?
Oh, for sure. I think it gives us more confidence.
Yeah.
I think the thing that we lack is confidence in ourselves and confidence in each other. And I think recently it has really helped winning. I mean, and Linden, our game against Linden, we had so much energy. And tonight, nobody was really, everybody was tired.
Right.
So I think that win really, I think it's in our heads that we can win even if we don't feel 100%. So,
Right. I mean, it always feels good when you win,
oh yeah,
obviously. So,
love it.
yeah. Congrats on that, and good luck looking forward to Friday.
Well, thank you.
So you've played basketball all 4 years, right?
Yes.
What's your most memorable moment, either from this season or past seasons?
I love all the girls this year, but I have got to say it's that sub-state final championship game. Oh my gosh, the crowd was nuts. I was super nervous. I don't know, Coach always has a saying, don't foul a three-point shooter, because I am the one who fouled the three-point shooter in that game and almost costed us the game. So, but it was nice. It was, that was so fun. And then going to state,
Yeah.
that was before COVID.
Yeah.
So it was awesome.
Yeah. A very memorable game.
Yes. Awesome.
All right. Well, congrats.
Thank you.
Good luck, and thanks for joining us.
Alrighty, thank you.
All right. And as we return to the game here, Indians have a 3-point lead, 22-19.
Top scorers for the half so far have been Boss, number 33, with 12 points for the Indians, and Sage, number 5, with 5 for the Vikings. As for the Indians. As for the Vikings, we have number 41 with 6 points, and number 2 with 4.
Indians will have the ball out of the half. Brenner inbounds to Sage. Moon down to Boss on the baseline. Back to Moon. Moon again on the far side. Sage up top. Brenner on the near side skips it up to Moon. Now Sage to Moon. Now down to Brenner. Brenner back to Sage up top. Again, Moon now to the inside. Boss's pass stolen away by the Vikings. Number 2 goes in with it, and a charge called against the Vikings.
Charge is called on number 2, and that's going to give him his 3rd foul.
Sage will take it up for the Indians. Brenner now to Moon in the corner. Inside to Boss. And he's fouled on the shot. He'll be shooting 2.
Right.
Boss has had some success with free throws tonight, so.
Good foul.
First free throw off for Boss.
And that foul was called on number 41, which is his first.
Good foul.
Missed both of them. 22 skips it out to 41. His 3-point attempt is off the mark. Rebounded by 44 for the Vikings.
I do believe that foul is going to be called on Sage. That'll be his 2nd.
22 to inbound for the Vikings. Gets it into 2, but then Boss steals it away. Throws ahead to Kirkpatrick. It looks like a foul called on the Vikings. Foul called on number 0. That's his 3rd. Sage into Brenner. Brenner for 3. This one falls. 5-point lead now for the Indians. 6-point lead.
Brenner's 5th point for the evening.
22 brings it across midcourt. Now 0 with it. Gets it down to 44. 44 goes up. His shot off the mark. Boss on the rebound. Brings it ahead. Over to Moon. Moon goes up and scores. Nice little run here for the Indians. Now up 8.
And that is going to give Moon his first points.
22 on the near side for the Vikings. Now brings it to the middle. Kicks out to 41. 41 dribbles in, kicks out to 0. And 0 is fouled on the inside by the Indians.
25. Called that foul on number 25. That's going to be Kirkpatrick, and that is also his 3rd.
22 inbounds it to 0 at the top of the key. 22 on the near side. Skips it over to 41. 41 on the drive. Loses it momentarily. Now gets it over to 22. 22 goes in with it and scores. Back to a 6-point ball game, 27-21.
22 getting himself on the board.
Brenner up to Moon. Now into Boss. Boss goes up. Has his shot blocked by 44. Now 2 drives ahead. And he goes up and scores it.
That gives 2 6 points.
We're back to a 4-point ball game, 27-23.
5 minutes in the third quarter.
That was a walk. Open your eyes.
Moon on the far side. Now Sage near midcourt. Brenner down to Moon. And Moon skips it up to Sage. Sage with a nice save there.
I almost didn't get that one.
Brenner now at midcourt. Over to Sage. Sage on the inside to Kirkpatrick. Out to Moon. Moon for three. This one off the front of the rim. Rebounded by 22 for the Vikings. 41 takes it ahead. Goes up with it, and he's fouled on the shot. That'll be 2 free throws coming for 41.
He has also had some success with free throws. Foul is called on number 3, Brenner, I do believe. And that is his second.
First free throw is in. Making it a 3-point game now, 27-24, 4:14 left here in the third quarter. Second one off the rim short. Brenner on the rebound. Brenner skips it up to Moon. Moon into Schaefer, and Schaefer's shot is good. Nice jumper. Puts the Indians back up by 5, 29-24.
That also gives Schaefer 2 points.
.44 with the ball near midcourt. Hasn't stolen away by Boss. Boss goes up and scores it.
Boss now has 14 points in this game.
And a 7-point lead again for the Indians, 31-24. Now 41 on the drive, pulls up about 10 feet, off strong. Brenner gets the rebound. Now Sage drives ahead, over to Boss. Boss for three. This one's good. 10-point lead, largest of the night for the Indians. 34-24, 3 minutes to play here in the third.
Boss now has 17 points.
22 on the near side, kicks it out to 0. Now over to 2, 2 for 3. This one's in and out. Sage on the rebound. He takes it up the near side. Out to the top of the key. Boss dumps it off the Moon. Skips down to Brenner. Brenner skips over to Moon. Back to Brenner. Now into Schaefer. Out to Moon. Sage at the top of the key to Brenner. Tipped out of bounds by number 2 for the Vikings. It'll stay with the Indians. Moon with it on the far side. Off the inbound. Now Sage at the top of the key. Moon back to Sage. Over to Brenner. Skipped up to Moon. Sage pulls up. His shot's off, but Boss on the putback. And it falls.
Boss now has 19 points.
36-24, a 12-point game now.
Just at a minute 40 left to play in this quarter.
22 on the near side for the Vikings. Kicks it out to 41. Now over to 45. And his shot is blocked. Boss takes it up ahead. Goes up with it. And he misses the shot. But he'll be shooting 2. Looks like that foul was actually changed to on Boss
Yeah,
on the charge.
it's going to be his first for the night. Looks like we've got 23 Parsons coming in for Sage and 25 Kirkpatrick coming in for Boss.
Sen brings it up the floor for the Vikings. Gets it over to number 2. Now 2 kicks out to 22 to 41. Back to 22 for 3, and this one's good.
That's going to give 22 5 points.
9-point ball game. 1 minute left here in the third quarter. Parsons to Brenner. Back to Parsons. Schaefer throws it over the head. Parsons. And that ball will go over to the Vikings.
Looks like maybe all the Indians have a little bit of problem with too much power.
It appears so. Number 10 for the Vikings goes in with it. Has it blocked by Brenner. And a foul called on the Vikings.
Foul's called on 45. That'll be his first, I believe.
Moon gingerly walks down the floor. Looks like he kind of twisted his ankle or something.
I think 45 might have landed on him.
Something like that. So hope he's okay.
Yeah.
Parsons at the top of the key for the Indians. 20 seconds left here in this third quarter. Moon gets it inside to Kirkpatrick, and a nice move. Puts it up off the glass and scores. 11-point game, 38-27.
And that is going to be Kirkpatrick's fourth point.
Number 10 kicks it out to 2. And a charge called on the Vikings. Parsons taking that one for the Indians.
And then they're going to call that on number 10 for the Vikings, his first as well.
Indians have it with 1.3 left here in the third. Moon will put it up. Hits the rafters to end the third quarter. Indians up 11. Solid quarter out of them.
Yes. Top scorers for the quarter are Boss, number 33, with the 19 points. And Brenner and Sage with 5 points. As for the Vikings, we've got number 41 with 7 points, number 2 with 6, and number 22 with 5. Looks like Boss is going to retain his title from Friday night of highest scorer of the game for the Indians.
It's definitely kept the Indians going.
Yeah.
Even when this game was close.
Yeah. And it was close for a while. Still is, technically.
Vikings will have it here to start the fourth quarter. Indians up 11, 38-27. .22 to bring it up for the Vikings. Gets it off the 44. Now 2 on the drive. Goes up with it. Off the glass and in.
Going to give 8 points to 2. His team's top scorer as well.
Brenner brings it up for the Indians.
Burn all 8 minutes off the clock.
Now Kirkpatrick passes it into Boss, and he scores it. Count the basket and one.
Brings Boss to 21 points. And they called that foul on 0, and that's going to be his 4th for the game.
Boss for the 3-point play. Just a little short. It's the Indians up 11, 40-29. And then foul called on Boss on the near side.
That's going to be his 2nd.
Two with the ball off the inbound. Brenner guarding him. He goes in, misses everything. Boss on the rebound. Takes it ahead. Passes off to Parsons. Brenner now on the near side with it. Skips it over to Moon. Moon to Kirkpatrick. Into Boss. Boss kicks out to Brenner. Now over to Parsons. Moon passes over to Brenner. Now into Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick goes up and is fouled. He'll be shooting 2.
Foul is called on number 44 for the Vikings, his 2nd for the game.
Kirkpatrick's first free throw is good, and the Indians are now up 12, 41-29.
Well, that gives Kirkpatrick 5 points. And it looks like we've got substitution here for the Vikings, number 0 out for 41.
Second one on the way, and he makes both. 13-point lead for the Indians. Parsons and Moon come out. Looks like for Sage and Bowen for the Indians. Number 2 on the near side for the Vikings. Gets it into number 10. 10 goes up with it and scores. Counted and one.
Well, that gives 10 4 points. Foul is called on Kirkpatrick, and that's going to be his 4th as well. That's going to give 10 5 points.
Brenner tries to get it into Kirkpatrick, but has the ball kicked out of bounds. Sage to inbound on the baseline, gets it over to Bowen. Bowen for 3, and he misses everything. Vikings, number 41 has his shot blocked. Boss dishes over to Sage, and he scores it. Nice series there for the Indians.
Yeah.
Puts them back up by 12.
For sure. It's going to give 7 points to Sage.
.44 on the inside with it for the Vikings. Turns around and goes up with it. His shot off the back of the rim. Rebound goes off for the Vikings. Indians will take over. Sage with it at the top of the key, over to Brenner. Now to Bowen. Brenner takes it back up top. Sage into Boss, dishes down to Kirkpatrick. Cruz goes up and scores.
That's going to give
Nice
Kirkpatrick
pass by Boss.
Really nice pass. That's going to give Kirkpatrick 7 points. I do believe they're going to be calling that foul on Boss. Oh, I'm sorry, Bowen. And that'll be his first for the evening. We do now have Schaefer coming in for Kirkpatrick.
Ten to shoot a 1-and-1 for the Vikings. First one on the way, and he scores it.
Ten has been very successful in free throws this evening, so.
Second part of the 1-and-1 on the way. He makes both.
Definitely not somebody the Indians really want to foul, get him on the line again.
And a timeout called by the Vikings. Indians up by 12, 46-34 with 4:55 left here in the game.
As for our top scorers, we do still have Boss for the Indians. He now has 21 points. And we have Kirkpatrick and Sage with 7. The Vikings still have number 2 with 8 points, and number 41 and 45 with 7 as well.
Sage brings it up for the Indians. Now dumps it off to Schaefer. Now over to Moon. To Brenner in the corner. Into Boss. Boss goes up. Too strong off the glass, but Schaefer on the putback is good. 14-point lead, 48-34 for the Indians.
That was Schaefer's 4th point.
10 on the drive, and he has it tied up on the inside. Ball go over to the Indians. Sage over to Boss. Boss hands off to Brenner. Brenner goes in with it, passes over to Schaefer. And Schaefer loses it out of bounds. Vikings take over.
Need points. We ain't got time. Let's go.
Number 2 with it on the near side for the Vikings. Takes it in now. Goes up. And is fouled by Brenner on the shot. He'll be shooting 2.
Foul is called on number 3, Brenner. That's his 3rd for the game.
First attempt is in and out. Number 2. Second one on the way. And that one falls. Now a 13-point ball game.
That's going to give number 2 9 points.
Boss down to Brenner. Now Schaefer to Moon. Moon skips to Brenner. Now back up to Sage near midcourt. Moon to Boss near the top of the key, who takes it in, kicks out to Sage. Sage for 3. This one's short. And rebounded by 22 for the Vikings. 41 on the near side, now drives in. Kicks out to number 10. 10 now goes up. This shot off the back of the iron. Boss on the rebound. Just over 3 to play here. Moon in the corner, swings up to Schaefer at the top of the key. Now Brenner down to Moon. Boss down to Moon. With Brenner in the corner, up to Sage. Moon now to Schaefer at the top of the key. And he loses the pass. And number 2 goes ahead and scores it. And a timeout called by the Vikings. 11-point game with 2:23 left here in the contest.
All right, so top scores as of now, we still have Boss with 21 points and Sage and Kirkpatrick with 7. For the Vikings, we've got number 2 now with 11 points coming off of that shot he just made. And we have number 1 and number 10 with 7. I'm sorry, number 41 and number 10 with 7 points.
Indians with the ball out of the timeout. Sage near midcourt. Boss takes it in and scores.
It's going to give Boss number 23 points to Boss.
Back to a 13-point game. Number 2 takes it in, passes over to 10. His shot short. Put back also no good. Third time's the charm though.
That is going to give number 2 13 points. Just under a minute 45 to play.
Brenner passes into Kirkpatrick. Now Moon on the outside. Moon with Sage.
Good thing we don't have a shot clock.
And the pass into Boss is stolen away by 41. And then Boss tips it out of bounds. Vikings ball on their baseline. Minute 14 left to play. Two receives the inbound pass. Two on the drive, and a block called. That's it for Kirkpatrick.
You would be correct there. So that's going to take Kirkpatrick out of the game. Schaefer will be coming in to replace him.
Nice game out of Kirkpatrick. What did he finish with?
7 points.
One and one coming here for number 2. First shot on the way. In and out. Moon on the rebound. Has it tipped out. Keeps the possession though. Now gets it ahead to Brenner. Moon near midcourt. Gets it over to Schaefer. And Schaefer has the ball stolen away. Number 10 takes it down the floor for the Vikings. Shoots a 3 and scores it.
Going to give number 10 7 points and put them within 8 points. Yeah. Looks like the Vikings call a full timeout. Top scorers, we still have Boss with 23 and Kirkpatrick and Sage with 7. And as for the Vikings, we have 2 still with 13 now, 41 with 7, and 10 with 10. Really highly charged game right now.
Very much has been. Fans bantering back and forth throughout.
Yeah, especially the student section. Really getting into it.
It's like full court pressure now for the Vikings. Boss gets it into Sage. Sage takes it up the floor now. And the ball's stolen away by number 2. He goes and lays it in. 6-point ball game now, 50-44.
And that was 2's 15th point.
And another steal. 2 goes up and scores. And he has a chance to make this a 3-point ball game.
That does give 2 17 points, and they did put that foul on Sage, on Brenner, and that will be his 4th.
And he completes the 3-point play, and it's down to 3.
Gives him 18 points.
Moon dribbles, skips it ahead to Sage. Sage over to Schaefer. Schaefer goes up and scores. 5-point game now.
It's going to give
And
Schaefer
that's going to
6
do
points.
it. Run in the end by the Vikings makes it closer than it was throughout most of the game.
Definitely a really close game there for the Indians. So, as for top scorers, we did have Boss for the Indians with 23 points, Sage with 7, and Kirkpatrick with 7. As for the Vikings, we had 2 with 18 points, with him having a nice little run there at the end. 41 had 7, and 10 had 10.
Final score again, 52-47. Indians improved to 9-0 on the season.
And with that, I think it goes to say, Leo, thank you for joining us this season. It's been a lot of fun, because this is his last game, guys.
Yep. Thank you very much for having me on again.
Yeah.
And I hope that you find somebody else to do this.
Oh, well, we'll figure it out.
All right.
Thanks.
That'll do it from us.
Yeah, see you later.